Now, before I start, I'm going to explain why I'm doing this. It's the last Kellen Mond breakdown I'll do, I promise. But I've been hyping him for a couple of months. Today, Daniel Jeremiah came out and listed him along with Davis Mills as two guys teams can draft after round one who can become stars in the NFL. Quite high praise is what I've been saying as well. I think Kellen Mond can be a starter in the NFL. And as a guy you can get after round one, that's intriguing. Because I think not only can he start, I think he can win. Now, I don't know if I'd give him a $100 million contract down the line. I do make that paper, David. But I think he can win on a rookie deal, which is what you want. So I've been reading more about Kellen Mond. Here's what you need to know. His best year was 2018, his sophomore year. Since then, his statistically hasn't been as good. Why? His team hasn't been as good. He's still been good, still won a lot of games, still put up good numbers. Sophomore year was his best number. It was his best year. That's when he had Jay Sternberger as tight end. He also had Courtney Davis, wide receiver, Jamon Osmond, wide receiver, his running backs. It was the best collection of skill position players that Texas A&M had. So he actually competed in games against the best of the best. Here he goes against LSU in 2018. That's when Joe Burrow was their quarterback, his first season there. Now Kellen Mond's going to win this game 74-72. It's quite remarkable. And when I go through it, Kellen Mond, he looks like and plays like how you would expect Kellen Mond to play against LSU for about 58 minutes. And then he leads a comeback drive. And then he goes crazy in overtime. It's really remarkable to see what he can do. So I want to go through this with you. And remember, this is a guy in 2018 going against Joe Burrow. At this time, Mac Jones, backup. Trey Lance, backup. Justin Fields, backup. Zach Wilson, kind of a mediocre rookie. The only player really playing at this time back then was Trevor Lawrence. Okay? So not only is Kellen Mond starting, he's beating Joe Burrow and LSU. Remember, how did he end up at Texas A&M? Number one dual threat quarterback out of high school. Number two quarterback overall behind Tua. Had offers from Ohio State, LSU, and Clemson. This is back in 2017, meaning he potentially could have started over Trevor Lawrence at Clemson, Justin Fields and Joe Burrow at Ohio State, and Joe Burrow at LSU when he eventually transferred over there. Kellen Mond would have been starting ahead of all of them, before all of them. So he ended up at Texas A&M. He's from San Antonio. He wanted to play in Texas, originally committed to Baylor. I mean, he could have had a Robert Griffin type college career. Remember, Robert Griffin played with all kind of NFL wide receivers. Terrence Williams, Kendall Wright, Josh Gordon, on and on. Instead, Baylor falls apart by then. Mond transfers to Texas A&M. Good defense, good running game, not a sophisticated offense, no playmakers. But in 2018, he had Jace freaking Sternberger, who was a third-round pick and has been a bust. But Kellen Mond, it worked with him. So let's check it out what Kellen Mond did against LSU. That's my little spiel. Thank you for listening.